Are you wondering what homeschool looks like in real life?
Check out this video.
Hey, we're Chips and Salsa, two homeschool moms bringing you fun, practical, and encouraging tips.
Welcome to our channel. Hit that subscribe button and hit that bell button so that you are notified every time we upload a new video. This is our fifth and final video of our Homeschool 101 series. We hope that you've been enjoying them.
Yay!
Last week we saw DeeDee's day in the life, and hopefully you got some great and awesome ideas from just her day-to-day routine.
Today we're going to follow Ximena, and I'm excited because, you know, we don't actually homeschool at the same place. So tell us about how you start off your day.
So I wake up at 5:30. I stretch while I listen to some of my Bible so that I can wake myself up, because it's really, I'm not a morning person. I am starting to discover.
Starting to discover?
I always thought I was a morning person, and then I'm like, why is it so hard for me to get up in the morning? But again, I wasn't always 40, and I wasn't always homeschooling, so.
Well, yeah, and it really depends on what time you go to bed.
Yeah. Well, I try to go to bed by 10, but I'm still always tired. So.
Well, 8 hours after 10 is
not 5:30. But anyway, so I spend some time with God. I just, try to journal and spend some quiet time. And then after that, I do a quick workout with my daughter at 6:30.
Well, let's check it out.
Good morning. Well, it's close to 7 o'clock. I just finished my workout routine. I've been up for a couple hours now, just doing my own routine before everybody gets up. And now it's time to wake the kids up, although they have been awake for the last 15-20 minutes, supposedly spending time just reading the Bible and kind of, with the Lord in prayer. So now it's time to get them to start their actual morning routine, which is making their beds and getting dressed and a bunch of other things that I have them do. And we use a playlist as a timer, and so it just kind of gets everybody up in the morning and dancing and in a good mood. So I'm gonna ask Google for some help. Hey Google, play our morning routine. There we go. So the kids hear this, they know it's time to get up. Okay, while the kids are doing all that, I'm also making my bed and doing my kind of morning chores up here, taking a shower, getting ready. And it's about 30 minutes, so the goal is to be downstairs in 30 minutes, so I'll see you later. So it took me a little bit to get ready, but my kids know to come down, and they can even start their breakfast if they want. And then they work on their iReady, but I just want them to get started with school. So we used to start school together, but it's kind of evolved into them starting and then we come together at some point. So okay, so the kids are checking off their morning task list, because right after they do their morning routine, which is actually all here, they should be all done with all that stuff by the time we start school. Okay, so we're gonna go for a quick walk around the block just to get our brains going. Ideally, this is what we do every day. We go and we take a walk around the block, and then we come back and start school. Okay guys, so you guys made your own breakfast. What did you make?
I made myself avocado toast with micro beans on top.
Okay, and what did you make, Isabella?
I made a peanut butter toast, so I put peanut butter on top with coconut shavings and these seeds, and then I put some raisins on top.
Nice. I made my bulletproof coffee, and as soon as they're done eating breakfast, we're gonna go ahead and start on their actual teaching textbooks math. So the first thing they did was iReady. Now they're gonna do teaching textbooks. Okay, so I started the timer for 30 minutes. My daughter already started on her math teaching textbooks. My son is still eating breakfast, so he's just gonna have to catch up if he doesn't want to do homework, but we need to start. So I set the timer for 30 minutes so that we could do a brain break and then another 30 minutes, and that kind of helps them just finish quicker. Let's hope so. So while the kids are doing math, I go into the kitchen, I empty out the dishwasher, and I try to clean the kitchen all within like 10-15 minutes so that I can have more time to plan for the day and do the things I want to do. Let me show you what our schedule looked like for the most part, last year it worked really well. This year we've had to tweak it a lot, and it's been just super flexible and kind of all over the place, just however we can fit it in because of our chiropractic appointments, like all throughout this year. We've had like chiropractic appointments 2 to 3 times a week. So it's been really interrupting our normal flow, but we've still done a good job at staying flexible. So let me show you what worked last year. So we have 30 minutes for Bible. That's how we always used to start, and we would start school together. So we would always do morning walk, breakfast, and then we would start school together. We would do our chant, our date, and we would start right away. Now, as our kids are getting older, they're a little bit more independent, so they're coming down, they're kind of making their own breakfast sometimes, and they'll start on iReady right away, and then sometimes they'll just want to move on to math immediately because this is independent. So I let them. So we're switching these around now. I let them just start with math, and then we'll come back together and do Bible. But for right now, I mean, this is what we did last year, and then we do an hour of math, we did 30 minutes of writing, and then I had our subjects scheduled out for Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So like Tuesdays we would do 90 minutes of history, and then 90 minutes of science on Wednesdays, and 90 minutes of Spanish on Thursdays. That has all gone away. Like it's just been, we've had so many appointments that we've had to just kind of do different things at different times depending on what we're studying. And then they used to work on their memorization while I made lunch. So like they would be memorizing their poem, or memorizing their Mexican traditional song, or memorizing their Bible verse. And so that worked out really well. So for right now, we're going to show you kind of what we're doing now. Okay, so we today we're gonna, they already started on their math, so we're gonna put 60 minutes for that, because that is what they're gonna do with a 5-minute break in between, halfway, and then we're gonna go ahead and do our Bible. So we're gonna do that, and then today we are focused on science this week, just because we're so behind on our science that I called it Science Week. So we're going to be working on some fun circuits today. This is 90 minutes. We're going to give ourselves 90 minutes. My kids really like to take their time working, so I want to be realistic with the time so that I don't rush them and they could actually enjoy it. And then after that, we will do some English language arts. And just like you heard DeeDee say, I'm going to leave that at the end because a lot of it is independent. And so I'll just give them, this is kind of like whatever long they take. That's going to be working on their book club, their scrapbook pages, and any other assignments that they haven't finished from Number the Stars, our Number the Stars unit. Then after that, we'll probably have lunch, and then they'll do their quiet reading or any homework that they have, anything that they didn't finish from here, they'll do for homework. Okay, so another thing I like to do while the kids are doing math is kind of set the mood. So I turned on the salt lamp. I turned on our diffuser because it just, for me, it really sets the mood. I know the kids like it too. As you can see, they have their headphones on because they're listening to their lesson. I do have some study music going because they can listen to that a little bit, and that will stay on while they're doing independent work. So right here we're going to put the date and the date in Spanish and in English, and then here I write down their quiet reading, and then here I always write some encouraging quote for the week. As you can see, I have not gotten to that this week. I will do that right now while they're in math. Another thing that I do is I make sure that our calendar is up to date. As you can see, we're still in April and it's May 3rd today. So I will be taking care of that while they're doing math, as well as other little housekeeping things just to keep us all on the right track. One of the other things I do while the kids are doing independent math is prep dinner. Today is Thrifty Thursday for us, which means we're just going to have leftovers from yesterday. So I have some delicious meatball Instapot soup. But check us out on Instagram because I do post a lot of my quick recipes that I actually prep like right during this time while the kids are doing math. So I'll prep dinner, and that way it's done and I don't have to worry about it, because in the afternoon it's usually rush. Okay, so it's 9:45 and one of my children finished his math, so he gets to go outside on a little short break. My daughter's still working on her math, and so it's past the 1 hour mark. But I have been seriously contemplating about whether I should or not let them do math for an hour and a half, because that's really a lot more realistic. and then they could always get it done, and I'm not rushing them. So that might be a tweak in our schedule next year, or maybe we could even start this year. We'll see. But anyway, they're on a break right now. As soon as she finishes, she gets to go on a break. They go outside, they play their bikes, they kind of get some fresh air, and then we come back in and we'll do Bible and we'll do science, and then I'll let them work independently for language arts. I'm still working on this calendar, guys. I've been interrupted a lot of times because that's, you have to be available for questions. And so I haven't gotten all my little things done, but it's okay. Okay, kids, get your Bible books and your Bibles. Okay, so now we're going to start our Bible study. Right now, this week, we are studying Jewish holidays. And it just so happened that it coincides with our Number the Stars unit, which is awesome. Okay, so we just finished Bible study, and I'm just making the kids a little snack. And then we're going to start science. The kids are watching a science video while they're eating their snacks, and so it's a little video about circuits because that's what we're going to be working at.
Or if you just want live tutoring, send me an email with this video. Alright, so let's start on the left-hand side of the screen and talk about a series.
Okay, so we just finished watching our video and we're pretty much done with our snacks. So we're going to take out our Tinker crates because we usually do Apologia Science, which we love, but I remember that we had some Tinker crates that we hadn't completed yet that had to do with circuits, so I figured this would just be our lesson for today. So we're going to go ahead and put this together, and it's basically a paper circuit. So the kids are really into their circuit projects. So Carlos testing out his circuit.
I'm about to test out mine. I'll do it pretty soon. I'm just working on this.
So the kids are so into this that I don't think I'm going to interrupt them. I think I'm just going to let them continue, and then if we have to skip English language arts for today, we will, and we'll just do our assignment tomorrow. So we just finished our circuits. The kids are super happy with their results. They made the paper lanterns. And that pretty much took about all our science time. So we are moving on to English. On the board, I have some questions that have to do with our current book that we're reading, which is Number the Stars. So right now, we are going to put an outline together as a group, and then tomorrow they'll start working on this short paper. Okay, well, that concludes our day. We just finished up our English summary, and now I'm gonna serve them lunch, and then we're just gonna move on to our chores and all our afternoon activities. So I hope you enjoyed our routine, and we'll see you in the next video.
I hope that you enjoyed this video. Please comment down below and let us know at least one thing that you gleaned from Ximena and her homeschool day.
If you like this video, give us a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe and share this video. We'll see you next time.
Bye.